What's up, buddy? How you doing? You've been collecting your Final Fantasy Magic cards like a good little consumer? Look, we got to give credit where credit is due. Final Fantasy is a well-designed set. The art's actually decent. They made some mistakes. The bonus cards still look terrible. Bad look on those. Why? Just put serialized cards. No, not 77 golden chocobos. Just do what you do with Lord of the Rings. Have serialized cards for some of the big hits. This could have been even bigger, but whatever. It's the best-selling Magic set of all time. We're not going to knock it too much. We are going to talk about how Wizards just screws stuff up, though. It's like they'll have a slam dunk, and then they just find ways to comically screw things up that is frankly hilarious. Where you go, how does this company just... Look, I mean, I want to say this issue, I get it. Maybe this is like an oversight that they didn't plan for, but just like, man, you guys, there's always something. You know, bonus cards that are misspelled, secret layer cards that are misspelled, or, you know, hiring artists who are clearly using AI. There's always just something where you go, this is the premier trading card game of 20, 25 years. You think you guys would have gotten the kinks out. Now, for those of you who have been collecting the sets, collecting the Final Fantasy, look at all this crap you can get. Look at all this crap. We entered the cash grab stage of Final Fantasy. I don't know how quickly they came up with this stuff, or if this was stuff they were already always planning on, but here's their big page. I love that they have a whole page that just is, look at all the shit you can buy. There's so much shit you can buy. Oh my God, look at all this shit. Now, so they've released 2 new products, one of which is fine. It's a good product. I don't like that they're just actually, no, they got 3 new products. Here we go. Let's take a look at the 3 new products. You guys have probably seen these already. Scene boxes. I don't totally get these. The idea of, oh, you get, 6 cards and you put them together and they make a picture. Well, why don't you just put those in the booster packs? That would be fun to collect. What's the point of just I don't know. Does anybody really buy these and like assemble them and put them all next to each other? I'll say this, I have a couple scene boxes coming. None of the cards seem that strong. None of them are that exciting. So to me, these are kind of a dud. Especially this one, which is all about if you have a full party mechanic, one of the worst mechanics. You have a wizard and a warrior and who cares? No, nobody wants to build a deck where you gotta have 4 goddamn creatures on the board to make anything happen. It's a bad mechanic. Chocobo bundle. Look, I opened 4 of these things. The only thing I dislike about the Chocobo bundle is I don't need more play packs, man. You're always giving me play packs. I guess you got to get rid of them somehow. This is a box where you get 10 more play packs. Open all the base rares that you don't want because they're not worth any because they're not super foils, and then you get what you actually want. So you're basically paying like $100 to get a pack of 2 cards. You do get 10 Chocobo You know what was weird about this? You get so many freaking lands in this thing. I opened the Chocobo bundle. I'm like, okay, I get 16 full art lands, then I get 16 foil full art lands, then I get 10 Chocobo lands. It's like half the box is land cards. I don't know if you're hurting for Final Fantasy land cards. I don't know what you're doing. You get 1 random non-foil scene box card. Kind of bizarre. I guess they decided they wanted to have non-foil versions of these cards out there and couldn't think of a better way to distribute them. So every box, you just get a random scene box card that comes out of nowhere. And then obviously the exciting thing is these Chocobo foils. I got very lucky. I did open a Snapcaster Mage. Out of my 4 boxes, I got 1 Snapcaster, 2 Yunas, and a Taru, which I'm happy with, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, here's what I'm going to talk about. This is kind of embarrassing. So the Final Fantasy VII Limit Break Game Edition Commander deck. Now, why does this exist? Well, this exists because Final Fantasy VII is the most popular of the games, of all the Final Fantasy games. So when they put out the Final Fantasy Commander decks, obviously the Final Fantasy VII one sold the best, was even sold out at certain times. So I assume this is their way of printing twice as many Final Fantasy VII decks because they knew the demand for the Final Fantasy VII deck was going to be this high. I'll say this, kind of an asshole move to wait to announce this after everybody already goes and purchases the Final Fantasy VII deck and then go, oh, by the way, there's a better version of that deck that's got a fancy promo card in it. What's the promo card? It's Cloud from the cover of Final Fantasy VII, which, and this makes no sense, selling for $50. Are people actually buying these? They are. Okay, guys, are you stupid or what? I got to tell you something right now. Here, I just found this, flipsidegaming.com. It's a $75 deck in stock. Even Target's got them for like $100. So why would you pay $50? If you can get the whole deck for an additional $25, and I think there's a collector booster sample pack in there. I could be wrong. I mean, and there's one other bonus item. Oh, here, let me see. What do you get? You get the $50 promo. It should not be $50. I don't know what you're paying about. Oh, you don't get a sample collector pack. I guess they're done with those. Okay. That's kind of a bummer. You get the promo, you get the deck, and you get one code to redeem Final Fantasy VII. And here's where I wanted to say Square Enix. Not Square Enix. Well, maybe it is their fault. I don't know. Here's where Wizards of the Coast fucks up. So, what does the game card look like? Here you go. People online are selling this. I think Final Fantasy VII on Steam is like $15. I got Steam open right now. Here, let me check. What does Final Fantasy VII actually sell for? And I think it's the base version of Final Fantasy VII, which, couldn't you give people the option if they want to play the remake or the HD or whatever? Okay. Final Fantasy VII on Steam is $11.99. So theoretically, an $11.99 value, you get a game code. Okay. Well, hey, if you're paying $75 for the deck, but it comes with a $50 promo and a $12 game card, I don't know why you're paying $12. I don't, how do you value a PlayStation game? Get an emulator. It should be free. But sure, if you really want to value this at $12, hey, maybe it's a value. But here's the thing, guys. This is sold in all English regions. See, look, Game Edition. It's only available in English. This has been sent to stores not just in America, but also Canada. And that's where the problem comes in. As Canadian gamers are finding out, the steps to get the game is incredibly weird. I had to enter the key card on the Square Enix website, which gave me a Steam key to download the game via Steam. I then tried to download it, but Steam says the game is not available in my country. The whole deck was overpriced. I was excited to play Final Fantasy VII on my PC, but now I regret buying it. So, here we have a gamer who, he ran the math. He said, well, $75 is a lot for a deck, but hey, I get a $12 Final Fantasy game. And not knowing that at no point did anybody at either of these companies go, hey, these codes, like, they'll work anywhere, right? Not just like America, they'll work in Canada. No. If you're in Canada, you're fucked. Update. Not that anyone cares, but I got a response from both Square Enix and Steam. They're pointing the finger at each other. Steam says you can't override regional rules for a game. Enix is saying it's a Steam issue. And Wizards of the Coast was saying nothing because, who cares about your customers? And again, saying people in Canada should not buy this product. Well, there you go, guys. I don't know how many of you are in Canada, and I don't know how many of you were really not able to find another way to play Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I do kind of want to reach out to this guy and go, hey, man, here's some ROMs. Have a good time. I get it. You want the Steam version. Maybe there's achievements or whatever the fuck. I don't know. But it's just another example of these guys not thinking anything through. Okay? Every product that's a hit, you got a super dud comes out, and just something's wrong. There's always something wrong with the experience. Is it the end of the world that your Final Fantasy game code doesn't work? I don't know. Take it over to TCG Player, sell it for $5. Maybe you'll be a happy boy. But ultimately, I don't know. It just drives you nuts. How there's always got to be something wrong. Even when they got a great product like Final Fantasy, there's always got to be something wrong. Guys, let me know in the comments. What do you think? What do you think about re-releasing the exact same deck a couple months later and putting a secret promo in it without, hey, go buy Final Fantasy. There's a new deck. Oh, by the way, we're going to re-release it, and there's a promo card you would have wanted. Obviously, I would have preferred this version. I want this promo. They fucked me again. And don't forget, guys, go to whatnot.com/invite/veto. We've been running some streams, cracking some packs. I'm running a lot of deals for the holidays. So stop by my stream. Get yourself some cheap Magic cards. And God bless you. Take care of the people around you. Have yourself a merry little Christmas and a happy Hanukkah and a crazy Kwanzaa. Ba-da-ba-ba-da.